Tommy, can you go on mute, brother, until your case is called?
Yeah.
Judge,
John, you're muted.
I thought you said me.
Your Honor, you there, Judge?
Here, are we ready to begin?
I don't understand why. There we go. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, I was having technical difficulties too, Judge. I'm here.
All right, everybody's ready to begin then?
Yep.
Okay, all right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the Dutchberry County Pretrial Intervention Court. Make sure that everybody understands that you are here for a preliminary hearing to determine probable cause. Now, I want to thank you all for agreeing to be in this experiment in Dutchberry County, whereby this is an informal probable cause hearing. So I would tell you what you say in this courtroom at this time will not be held against you. Dutchberry has decided to try out this program in an attempt to relieve some of the pressure from the court, resolve cases quickly, and get you all back on your way. With that being said, why don't we call the first case? I have Dutchberry County versus Mr. John Weaver. Mr. Weaver, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Weaver. Officer Mayo, Deputy Mayo, would you mind reading the narrative or giving me an idea of what happened in this case?
Sure. Straight from the narrative, I, along with other members of the Dutchberry Sheriff's Office, responded to the Lower Keys in attempts to execute a felony arrest warrant for Mr. Stephen Hoffman, who was wanted for felony battery. Upon arrival, we made contact with Defendant John Weaver, a resident of the location. Mr. Weaver denied knowing Hoffman and presented a credit card in lieu of a government-issued identification. Weaver's responses were evasive and intended to mislead me in my investigation. We lawfully entered the premises under authority of warrant and located Mr. Hoffman concealed inside the residence. Excuse me. Mr. Hoffman resisted arrest and was subdued and taken into custody. But Mr. Weaver's conduct, false denials, failure to provide identification, attempts to misdirect officers, constituted harboring a fugitive and obstruction. Weaver was placed under arrest, and during transport, Weaver appeared to be under the influence, exhibiting slurred speech, impaired judgment, and erratic behavior. While handcuffed, Weaver attempted to slip his restraints, consistent with attempted escape. He also urinated in the back of the patrol car, causing damage and unsanitary conditions requiring professional cleaning, consistent with the criminal mischief charge. And he was also charged in possession of drug paraphernalia.
Mr. Weaver, are you eating a pizza?
No.
Sir, I told you this was an informal hearing, but I do need you to show some deference to the court. I do have the ability to hold you in contempt despite this being an informal hearing. So let me ask you again, are you eating a piece of pizza right now?
No pizza.
Okay. Are you ready to proceed, sir?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You need to get a drink of water or soda or anything before we start?
I'm good.
And are you smoking right now?
No.
This one might be a pretty quick one here. So, all right, Mr. Weaver, you're being charged with 8 different counts: harboring, concealing, or aiding a felon. That's a third-degree felony, punishable up to 5 years in the Department of Corrections. Resisting or obstructing an officer without violence, first-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to a year in the county jail. Providing false information to law enforcement, also a third-degree felony, depending on the charge. Mr. Weaver, do you want to eat, or do you want me to send this back to the regular court and have you go ahead and do a probable cause hearing in cuffs?
Judge, he's on his break. He's doing the best he can, and he's
Mr. Capero, that's not what this is for. This is court. We've taken a break. We've taken extra time out of my day, extra time out of the court's day. Mr. Weaver, you can either take this proceeding seriously or I can go ahead and keep you in custody or issue a warrant for your arrest for you to be in custody. And you can go and see the first appearance judge next week, Thursday. Is that what you'd like to do here?
No, sir. The pizza's gone.
All right. Is there any other food that you feel that is necessary for you to consume right now?
I mean, I have fries.
Your Honor, a fry is a fry.
You can't let them get cold. I mean, you know,
Deputy
don't see
Mayo,
what's
cold fries
funny.
are the worst. But
what you guys want me to do here. Look, well, let's try to get through this. Mr. Weaver, you're also charged with accessory after the fact, felony battery, another third-degree felony, attempted escape, third-degree felony, disorderly intox, second-degree misdemeanor. That's 60 days in the county jail. Possession of drug failure of paraphernalia is a first-degree misdemeanor, also a year in the county jail. And criminal mischief, a second-degree misdemeanor. Mr. Vampero, is there anything about these charges that you wish to bring to the attention of the court as far as probable cause is concerned?
John, were you doing anything besides at home and minding your own business on that day in question?
No, I mean, in the case of the mistaken credit card for the ID, I had just woken up. He woke me up out of my sleep and disturbed my peace. I
And
think that should be.
there wasn't a requirement to show identification to somebody coming to your home while you're minding your own business. Nor would any of these charges have been brought if he wasn't disrupted at home while minding his own business.
For legal reason.
I'm sorry?
For legal reason, I had a warrant.
Who was that warrant issued for? What name was that?
Resident of that property, Stephen Hoffman.
Right. So we're discussing John Weaver here.
Yeah, he was contacted as part of the investigation.
His name was listed on the warrant?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like him held in contempt of court because he came in my house and I didn't let him in.
We'll be talking about investigation and pressing charges later, John. But for now, this seems pointless when he had nothing to do with the warrant. He was not associated with Stephen Hoffman at all. He was not required to show his identification by resting in his home, minding his own business, and enjoying quiet enjoyment.
He doesn't get to enjoy that on probation. He stated he was on probation.
This wasn't enjoyable at all.
Is Mr. Weaver currently on probation, Deputy?
That's what he stated to me.
Okay, but have you confirmed that? Have you done any research and to inform us whether or not he was actually on probation for any crime at the time?
I did not. No.
Okay. As far as the residents of the house, did you check addresses? Was Mr. Weaver as listed as a resident of that particular address?
No, he was not.
And where was he found in the premises?
At the front door.
Okay. And what was the resisting that occurred?
He attempted to stop me from putting handcuffs on him. When I asked him to put his hands up against the wall, he refused and turned around on me, and I had to use a little bit of force to force him up against the wall to be able to perform a pat down.
And you were trying to handcuff him because he was showing you a credit card for identification?
No, he told me he was on probation at that point. He told me he was on probation, and I told him to put his hands on the wall and that I was going to detain him.
And you didn't see any guns or drugs at that point in time to have a reason to detain him if he's on probation?
All right, I think I've heard enough here. Mr. Weaver, let me just ask you one question. This urinating in the rear of a police vehicle, what is that all about?
Are you sure that there was not somebody in there before, potentially a dog? Were you carrying anybody else prior to that? Do we have that confirmed?
No, he pissed in the car.
You actually literally saw him do that?
I didn't. It's on dash camera. Or on the there's a rear seat camera. I'm sure it was recording at the time.
I would like the cameras reviewed because I think he pissed in the car, put me in there, and just to say that I pissed in the car.
Yeah, we need to review those cameras.
A flavor here of Mr. Weaver. Look, so I'm going to find that there is no probable cause for charges 1 through 7. I am going to find probable cause for criminal mischief.
He
However,
basically planted the piss.
Well,
Mr.
hold on,
Weaver,
John. Hold on. Let the judge
you want me
finish.
to change I can certainly change my mind here. I just said that I'm not finding probable cause for the first 7 charges. I will find probable cause for the criminal mischief. I think urinating in the back of a patrol vehicle is somewhat despicable. And so I am going to release him OR at this point. If you would like, Mr. Weaver, I can sentence you on that particular charge right here and now, or we can set you for regular court next Thursday. It's up to you.
So am I gonna be out by the 20th? Because me and
You're not,
Steven, we were gonna
you're
go
not-
to a Tipper and Friends concert, and he was looking really forward to that. So I don't know.
yeah, you won't be detained there at all, John.
Cool.
Yeah, so Mr. Weaver, if you want to accept a plea, what I would do is I would sentence you to 25 hours of community service, and 20 of those hours will be spent cleaning police vehicles after they've been returned. So if you want to accept that, 5 hours can be at any facility of your choice. 20 hours will be spent cleaning police vehicles. You will have to pay, of course, the court costs and fees for this hearing. Don't you dare take a bite of that pizza.
John,
You take a bite of that
John,
pizza, and it's going to be jail time. You understand?
He planted the piss on me.
Oh my God, that's it. All right, I have now decided to
Inability
change
to rehabilitate.
Decided to change my plea offer. If you'd like to accept this plea to 1 count of criminal mischief, a second-degree misdemeanor, you can serve 7 days in the county jail. Would you like that?
Do they have pizza in there?
Nope.
they do not.
I'm gonna think they don't have pizza in there. You can have all the carrots and celery sticks you can get a hold of.
Judge, again, let's why don't we just wrap this up?
What if he just planted
with
some pizza on me like he planted the piss on me?
All right, that's enough from you. Next thing out of your mouth, you're gonna be criminal contempt, and then you're gonna be looking at 6 months in the county. So you can either take this plea now, or we can reset. It's up to you.
hang tight,
Mr. Weaver.
John. Why don't we take that plea and move along?
I would like to please the court.
Okay, you want to do 7 days in the county?
No.
We'll just take the criminal mischief and do the community service, Judge.
I don't want to do that either, though.
I think you should,
Okay.
John.
Then we'll go ahead and reset you for next Thursday at 9:30 a.m. in courtroom 2B. And if you do not show up at that time, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You'll be placed in the custody and held in custody until the next available court hearing. Okay?
Oh, he won't.
I'll be
Okay.
there.
You won't.
All right.
Just for you.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Uh,
That's my ruling.
Okay.
All right, Deputy.
Let's
we
go
have
ahead.
another case.
You can drop off there, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next court case, I believe I have Mr. Stephen Hoffman. Mr. Hoffman, are you present? Sir, you're muted.
Steve, you
He's not the smartest.
All right, Mr. Hoffman.
How's it going?
All right, so it looks like we have several charges here. Deputy Mayo, do you want to give me a rundown?
Sure. I want to reiterate this is in relation to Mr. Weaver's charge. This is the primary suspect, Mr. Hoffman. We attempted to execute a valid felony arrest warrant for Mr. Hoffman on the above arrest date. Upon entry, we identified Mr. Hoffman concealed behind a tarp in a door area inside the residence. I issued multiple lawful commands for Hoffman to exit and surrender. Hoffman refused, verbally resisted, and attempted to hide further and barricade the door further. As I advanced and tried to kick the door, Hoffman fled into the residence. During the attempted apprehension, Mr. Hoffman grabbed and threw a suitcase at me in an attempt to strike me and cause serious bodily injury to myself, at which time I felt that my life was in danger, and that constituted the deployment of my taser. I shot Mr. Hoffman in the back with an X2 taser and let it ride for approximately 2 seconds. Mr. Hoffman seemed to collapse behind a vehicle. When I turned the corner, I could see one probe still connected to Mr. Hoffman. I couldn't see the other probe. He continued to resist, and I was planning on scaring him with another taser deployment, but he was still connected to both darts. So when I tap tased, Mr. Hoffman was tasered again, which brought him into compliance, and I was able to take him into custody.
Okay. Mr. Hoffman, it looks like you are charged with felony battery, battery on a law enforcement officer, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, and resisting an officer with violence. Those are all third-degree felonies, punishable by up to 5 years in the Department of Corrections. You're also charged with resisting an officer without violence, providing false information to a law enforcement officer. Those are both first-degree misdemeanors, obstructing execution of illegal written criminal mischief, both second-degree misdemeanors. Mr. Reparo, anything on the car?
And Judge, just so you know, we do have a very valid case, in my opinion, in a complaint on unnecessary use of force.
Yeah, I'm not going
from
to hear that.
Officer Mayo.
I'm going to hear that. Moving on. I'm not going to hear that today. If you want to bring charges, if you want to file a civil suit, you can do so. Anything else on any of the charges that were presented?
We do plan on it. Stephen, can you speak to that day at all?
Yeah, so I don't know what he's talking about with the felony charges and the warrant, because first of all, he did never show a warrant, and I asked multiple times to see the warrant, and then he said, "Here's my warrant right here," and then he grabbed his private parts in a suggestive way and basically like stuck them in my face while I was already handcuffed. So I mean that in itself, I think is really unprofessional. But then like I don't think that any of the stuff that he did was necessary. He says I barricaded my room, but I didn't. He couldn't even kick down the door. The door was like this thin, and I wasn't even resisting. I was just sitting there. I didn't want to open my door because I didn't see a warrant.
Okay, did he give you lawful commands though? Was he wearing police insignia?
I mean, you can buy those on eBay, can't you? I didn't see him show dad. I asked him his
Officer Mayo, did he clearly see the warrant?
to check the
He
body
doesn't have to
camera.
show, he doesn't show the warrant for that, Mr. Reparo. Doesn't need to show the warrant. Let me ask you.
There wasn't.
I'm sorry?
The warrant that I was serving did turn out to be invalid. I will say that.
Wait, so there never was a warrant this whole time?
There was, but it expired.
So all of that was
So hold on a minute, Steve. There, any other questions there, Judge, besides hearing that?
Deputy Mayo, when did the warrant expire?
It said the midnight on the day of the arrest.
first of
So
all,
I assume that's midnight, 12 a.m. And if he was arrested, it's some 3-odd p.m. My
Here's the thing.
information was good the day before. I didn't read the expiration date. That was my bad. But when I processed them, I did realize that the expiration technically was maybe 14 hours over.
All right, so then that basically gets rid of the obstruction, execution of a legal writ, the providing false information. Also, you have several duplicative charges in here. Deputy, felony battery on a law enforcement officer can't be charged in succession. Neither can resisting with violence or resisting without violence.
Sometimes he was resisting, and sometimes he was not resisting.
You shouldn't have been there in the first place, Officer Mayo.
I had reflexes from the electricity. It was making my muscles tense up. I wasn't really trying to resist. That was
Deputy
from
Mayo,
the-
are there charges that are still pending though for this felony battery?
No.
Yeah, I told you it was all bullshit. I didn't never hit nobody or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not. I
He
was
had no
just-
right, Stephen. He had no right at all.
All right.
So-
Well,
I disagree.
paid
How
for-
often am I supposed to check the computer? Every 10 minutes, Your Honor?
What is
Deputy,
this?
this is your. I can't help you with
I
that.
checked
This is
it
your-
on shift, and then I went home, went to sleep, woke up. During next shift, I executed the warrant that I had investigated the shift before.
How often
It was
should a
that's a fine. It's a fine. That's a clerical mistake, but he still didn't. I still gave him lawful commands.
how often is it right to violate the rights of an innocent person?
How what?
You had no valid. How many times can you violate the rights of an innocent person? You had no valid warrant.
It was
That-
the warrant. Sure, the warrant was the mistake, but he still
And case
did
closed.
those other
Okay,
seven things.
and we're done.
He still did the other 7 things.
All right, Deputy.
And-
I've
Yeah,
heard enough on this case. Mr. Hoffman, at this point in time, I am going to find that there is no probable cause for the time being on any of these warrants. We are going to release you OR, okay? But you are going to need to stay in contact. It looks like there's potentially a felony warrant that could be reissued. So you're going to need to stay in
It'll be
contact.
reissued.
For what
Look,
is
if
he?
a-
Is he
For
trying
your
to make?
arrest, Mr. Hoffman, look, if a warrant is issued for your arrest and Mr. Mayo has to come back to your residence, I would highly suggest that you comply with his commands at this point in time, or you will be facing all of these charges and facing several years in the Department of Corrections. So for now, as far as the case is concerned, I am going to, again, find no probable cause exists for any of these charges, release you OR, and wish you good luck for the time being, Mr. Hoffman.
And could we request a apology from Officer
No, you
Mayo
may
for
not.
this mistake?
I want an
No, you
apology
may
in
not.
the bank statement. I want some prerogative costs for this because
Mr. Hoffman, this
running
isn't,
paper show and this is
this isn't the time for that. It's not the time or place. If you want me to revisit some of these charges, I certainly can. Or you can take your OR release and have a great day.
If it pleases Mr. Hoffman, I can give him an apology.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You want?
Whatever.
I would rather show it to you.
Oh, so you're just gonna be a smart ass again, huh? This is what you think children look up to? You're
Here. It's right here, pal.
I hope
Come and get
that
it. Come and get the apology.
you need to just
Okay.
why you're so
I
I
short.
think it's time to move on to the next case before I hold both you guys in contempt. How about that? All right.
I am
Right,
the
Mr.
law.
Hoffman.
We're good.
I'm not in
Thank
contempt.
you very
We're
much.
good, Judge. Officer Mayo, we're going to deal with you later.
Never has worked
All right.
before. Never will work in the future.
All right. So the next case, I believe,
Thank you, Stephen.
Deputy, all I have is a Tommy on here. Is that Mr. Satek, or is that how you pronounce your name, sir? Milan Satek. Is that the case that we have here, Mr. Mayo? Or am I?
Tommy and Milan are Milan is 2 different, and Tommy are 2 different people.
Yeah,
Both
Tommy's
are-
having technical difficulties at the moment.
Okay, so I have
so
Milan.
we could
I'm prepared to hear Milan's.
All right. Let's hear that case.
Okay. On the arrest date, I, along with other deputies and bail enforcement officers, responded and conducted a residency and compliance verification on a Mr. David Kimmel, who had listed the defendant Milan Suarez as a co-signer on his bond. A verification of Mr. Suarez had failed, and deputies were directed to confirm his identity and compliance of the bond. Upon entry, deputies made contact with Milan, who produced a Hungarian identification. He admitted to marijuana possession, claiming he had a medical marijuana card, and admitted alcohol was present inside the residence. Officers observed a marijuana grinder, open alcohol containers, and other contraband possession of alcohol and paraphernalia violated the terms of Mr. Kimmel's bond that Mr. Suarez had co-signed. Mr. Suarez repeatedly obstructed the inspection by refusing to sit when ordered, crowding deputies in hallways, and making evasive and sarcastic comments intended to delay lawful compliance checks. He gave contradictory statements regarding his status in the United States and denied responsibility for contraband items in plain view. When deputies advised Mr. Suarez he would be detained for testing, he refused to comply, stiffened his arms, and pulled away from deputies attempting to place him into handcuffs. Despite multiple commands to place his hands behind his back, Suarez resisted until physically restrained. During the encounter, he displayed signs of intoxication, including erratic behavior, impaired judgment, and slurred responses. His conduct endangered officers and obstruct our lawful duties. He was secured in handcuffs, searched incident to arrest, and transported to the Dutchberry County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Saptek, it looks like you have 6 charges pending here. Deputy, I see there's a violation of pretrial bond conditions, but is that related to this defendant or is that related to Mr. Kimmel?
Well, Mr. Suarez signed as a co-signer on that bond, so that made him also in violation of that bond.
Well, as a co-signer, he's just signing up to be responsible for the monetary payment, right?
He was held responsible.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Satic, besides the violation of pretrial bond conditions, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and resisting an officer without violence. Those are both first-degree misdemeanors, punishable up to a year in the Department of Corrections. You also have a resisting with violence. It's a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years in the Department of Corrections. Yeah, providing false information to law enforcement, disorderly intox, both second-degree misdemeanors, punishable by up to 60 days in the county jail. Mr. Perro, do you have anything to add to any of these facts?
No,
Probably a
let's
bunch of
let's let
bullshit.
him explain the day first. Let's let him explain the day first. Can you tell us about that, Mr. Sadik?
I completely don't understand what's happened, so I sitting in my couch, I eat my food after the training, after somebody knocking to the door, always told me this is not my house, this is house from the Tommy. He told me when somebody coming, definitely don't open the door because definitely will be some stranger. And after what is like that happens, so I don't know, somebody coming to my house and I try only defense my friends, because I doing mixed martial arts and my coach always teaching me if somebody has the trouble, you need helping the weak person, and also that's it. I don't feel guilty, definitely.
And again, you were just sitting at your house, but you did co-sign on the bond, which you have nothing to do with the actual warrant itself, but you were just sitting at home, minding your own business. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sir, what's your relation to Mr. Kimmel?
Mr. Cano, I don't know. Who is the Mr. Cano? I don't know him.
You don't know David Kimmel?
Again, he doesn't know someone that was caught inside his residence, Your Honor.
So wait.
The defendant is an illegal alien and needs to be deported.
He's an undocumented citizen.
All right. Well, we're not here to decide that today. You can contact ICE. Let them take care of that. Sir,
He's harboring fugitives, actively harboring criminals in our city.
Sir, do you have?
He should be held without bond.
Marijuana?
Excuse me?
Do you have a prescription for marijuana? You have a marijuana card?
I don't smoking marijuana. I absolutely
Debbie,
don't know what I'm talking about. No.
The marijuana grinder found
On the table of the living room next to the couch that Mr. Suarez was sitting on. Illegally.
How many other people, Mr. Sadik, how many other people live in your home?
I think so 3, but right now I don't living there anymore because I definitely needs to leave, what's happened this day, so I was shocked and I leaving this house, so I don't living there anymore. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is it correct to say that there are drug users in the house there?
I don't know if some drugs in the house because, I don't pay attention. I only live there, only 1 month and what's happened happens, but definitely, I don't know, it's some drugs there maybe, but definitely not mine.
Your Honor,
So,
the home was an infestation of drugs.
All right, well, how are you putting any of this specifically in the hands of Mr. Sadek here today?
He was within reach of a dozen different pieces of paraphernalia.
In a home
All right.
with 3 other residents.
You guys do any testing, any blood tests, urine tests, anything like that?
I did not blood or urine test the marijuana.
What about Mr. Sadek? Did you blood or urine test him?
Negative.
Okay. All right. Mr. Sadek, I'm going to release you OR. I'm not going to find there to be any probable cause for any of these charges here today.
How so? For not even harboring a fugitive. Mr. Kimmel was arrested at that residence that same day.
I
And
haven't
he
heard
was-
anything that he's taken any sort of actions that were specific to Mr. Kimmel. Look, if you want to be able to bring these back, then you can file for another warrant. You can add some more facts to your probable cause affidavit. What I'm hearing right now,
I just think it's bullshit that you're going to let an illegal criminal alien back on the streets with no repercussions whatsoever.
You can,
What was the date on this warrant?
Typical. I'm just calling it typical.
Was this warrant even active? You know our
Yeah,
history here,
David
Judge.
Kimmel, absolutely. David Kimmel was arrested that same day.
And you're sure? You're
whatever
sure?
you want on this. This is a matter for ICE, right? We don't have time for this. You can contact ICE if you
exactly,
think that right here,
Sanctuary city.
that needs to be taken out of the country.
What are we? Sanctuary city.
Based on these facts, looks like. All right, Mr. Sadek. So
Innocent
again,
people.
OR. That's own recognizance. Your bond conditions are released. Stay in touch with your attorney, just in case there's additional charges that are filed. Okay.
thank you so much, peace.
All right. Thank you. Sir.
And we need to let Tommy in the room, and he's next, Judge.
Okay. And let me see. That's going to be Dutchberry County Sheriff's Office versus Tommy. I don't have a last name here, Deputy. What's Tommy's last name?
He goes by several different aliases. We're unable to determine a driver's license or a valid first last name for him. Nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start with the facts, if we could, if that's all right, Judge.
Okay. Go ahead, Deputy.
On the arrest date, we attempted to execute an active felony arrest warrant for a suspect known as Tommy, wanted for burglary, resisting arrest with violence, and possession of a controlled substance, as well as grand theft auto. Deputies made loud announcements identifying themselves as the sheriff's office and ordered occupants of the residence to present themselves. Sorry, I gotta zoom in my screen here. I can't see without my glasses. Can you turn the music? I can't hear over this music that this guy has got playing.
NWA, brother. Sorry, man.
Your Honor, can you ask him to turn the music off?
Sir, can
I
you
got it.
identify?
Sorry, Your Honor.
What is your name? What is your name?
Your Honor, I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't go by my government name anymore. My name is Tommy, last name Boy. I'm Tommy Boy.
Okay. Are you saying that you're a sovereign citizen? Is that what you're trying to tell the court?
Yes, sir. Do you know what that is, Your Honor?
Yeah, I do know
That
it
means
is.
that means that you have no jurisdiction over me. You're flying a flag with gold trim. That's admiralty law. I only answer to Jah Rastafari and his prophets.
Okay.
Alex
Well,
Jones and Jordan Maxwell.
You can ask your prophets after this hearing what they plan to do with you. Mr. Deputy Mayo, you can continue.
Despite repeated lawful commands, individuals inside attempted to mislead deputies, denying knowledge of the wanted suspect. While searching the premises, deputies encountered a male, later identified as Tommy. The defendant refused to identify himself truthfully, providing multiple false names, including Milan, Bradley, and David Buster. When deputies attempted to place the defendant under arrest, he pulled away, stiffened his body, and attempted to flee through a window. deputies issued multiple commands to stop resisting. After warnings, deputies deployed a taser in probe mode, striking the defendant's roommate and bringing him to the ground, while deputies were engaged in a physical altercation with both the defendant and his roommate. Even after taser deployment, the defendant continued to resist by placing his hands in front of his belly, face down on the ground. Deputies issued repeated commands until they were able to physically secure him and apply handcuffs. Incident to arrest: we located a controlled substance known as marijuana and paraphernalia in the form of a pipe in the defendant's possession. The defendant's attempts and physical description matched the wanted individual, Tommy, although we were not able to confirm a government identification. The defendant was transported to the jail for booking and subsequently kicked out the window of a patrol vehicle, but then was booked without additional incident.
Okay. Well, Mr. Tommy Boy, that's quite a night for you.
Yeah, there's so much I would love to say, Your Honor. First of all, real quickly, I have to meet my girlfriend in about 10 minutes. I've been patiently waiting for an hour, and my wife is going to be home any minute. So with that said, I would like to strike this. I don't know the terminology where you let me go and you listen. They lost video of them beating the. I have a list of grievances. They beat the crap out of me. He said I stiffened up. Yeah, I stiffened up because he put 500,000 votes in me. They were saying racist stuff. They broke my toe. Ask him about that. He's being played. That first guy you had, what was his name? Randy Weaver, or that Ruby Ridge guy. I believe he did pee and blame him because he waterboarded me, Your Honor, and it smelled like pee. And the hearings are going to tell you about that. So I would like to throw this out of court. That's what I want. I want to throw it out of court.
Mr. Papero, has anybody attempted to have Mr. Tommy Boy evaluated for mental health purposes?
No, but we would like to possibly reschedule and set this for a later time once we get an evaluation and consider potential help with his needs, so that he doesn't have to.
Your Honor, what makes you think I need an evaluation? I have PTSD from getting zapped. My wife puts toast in the toaster and I pee my pants. Yeah, I am a little bit damaged from what happened to me.
Yeah, the statements that you're making here today have given me a bit of pause and concern. I don't want to sentence you to a custodial sentence without having you evaluated. It's going to be in your best interest, Deputy. I note that a lot of these charges on here are related to the active felony warrant. So those aren't in front of me here today, so I can't really mess with those. Bond conditions.
Based on the. Can I speak, Your Honor?
Certainly, go ahead.
So, based on the defendant's actions here in court today, he appears to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol, based on my training and experience, and based on the fact that he believes he was waterboarded during his arrest. I think maybe we should consider a Baker Act.
Well,
It's
not.
Deputy Mayo is not able to make a professional assessment or evaluation of.
Thank you, counselor.
Of Tommy, and he does have a lot of stress he's dealing with, and he has to take things to get by.
Yeah, it's medicine for meditation, relaxation. Ja Rastafari.
Yeah, it sounds like a great excuse here. Either way, that's not before me here today. I think the best thing for us to do would be to go ahead and read this. I think the
court should issue a warrant based on his demeanor today, and consider that a violation of his pretrial release.
Well, I'm not going to do that, but I am going to require that he appears back in court next Thursday, same time, 9:30 a.m. next Thursday. Should be.
I'll do that on one condition. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can we get the video of him waterboarding me? I'm not crazy. I was waterboarded like Abu Ghraib, like some third world citizen. I'm American sovereign, Admiralty law.
All right, well, great. So, Mr. Tommy Boy, I am going to require you to appear back in court Next Thursday, if you do not appear for court, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will be kept in custody until the next available court hearing. This needs to be reset. You need to talk to your attorney. He'll be able to tell you what the next
Actually,
steps
I
are.
just fired him a second ago. That guy, I'm gonna represent myself, and I'm gonna represent Milan too. So I'm looking forward to my day in court next Thursday.
We
Okay,
obviously need a mental health diversion here.
Well, if Mr.
That's my
Tomboy wants,
attorney that just
We
said
need to
that.
take him
Was that
into
my
custody for
attorney?
his own safety.
I want
Yeah.
this officer evaluated for being racist.
okay, thank you, sir. I'm not going to take you into custody just yet, but you are required to appear. Again, if you do not appear, you will be held. A warrant for your arrest will be issued. You'll be held in custody until the next available hearing. So, do you understand that you're required to appear back in court next Thursday? You understand that?
Yeah, I would like to speak with my attorney when this is over offline, just to.
You'll have.
we
I
can
understand.
we can
Yeah.
talk here, Tommy. There's nothing is held against you in this court right now. So we're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to get through the punishment that you've endured from Deputy Mayo here.
Thank you. But they're throwing out words like Baker Act and saying and saying that I'm making up waterboarding. This happened to me.
It's going to come
You
out in the
believe
video.
me?
All right.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so that's gonna be for another day for the time being. Mr. Tommy Boy, please stay in touch with your attorney, and I will, or either myself or a different judge will be seeing you again next Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
And now you
Drinking.
can
He's
turn the-
drinking. He's drinking.
I'm
That's
drinking
listening to-
coffee.
That's a violation
It's coffee.
of the police.
You're
All right.
crazy, bro. It's coffee. You need
You
a
just had a beer in
evaluation.
your hand, bro.
I had
You're-
a beer. I had a coffee, bro.
Judge, he just had a green beer in his hand.
I'm
Lou,
not.
Somebody's on drinking on the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said his girlfriend's there, and they're listening
Is that
to
not?
NWA
Is that not grounds for a warrant?
I didn't
His
say my
girlfriend's
girlfriend's here. I said my wife is about to show up, and I'm meeting my girlfriend.
No, you're
Oh, okay.
drinking.
Okay.
You're drunk again. The same way you were drunk the first time I pulled up on you.
It's coffee.
All right, so I'm putting this down for next Thursday. Are there any other cases left before the court?
Apparently,
today,
the case of booze that Tommy's drinking that you're allowing him to drink on pretrial release.
All right, well,
Judge, you can see the copy
I
there.
don't understand why I'm not getting a warrant for this.
He's got an open warrant. He's got a court date. We'll see him next Thursday.
What's the matter?
don't
You're going
know
to
why.
try to serve it after it's expired anyway. I mean, really?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Yes, it does.
This has been a great experiment. I hope we're able to at least get some resolutions going, and let's see if we can't pick this up at the next court date.
It
Is
was
there anything
great for
else
the
before-
prison industrial complex.
Yeah,
Tommy, you can
Mr. Boy, I think
turn the
we've heard-
NWA back on.
Hey,
I
Tommy,
will.
why don't you
That's
turn the
not
music up
police.
real loud?
What
What?
song you
Fuck
listening
the
to there,
police?
Tommy?
Turn up as loud as you can at 2:00 in the morning. That's what I think you should do. Blare the music
He's got the right to play that song.
at 2:00 in the morning. You should blare it outside with the windows open.
All right, I'll see you in court, Frank.
All right, thank you, sir. Is there any further business before the court?
I have a couple parking tickets you can get rid of for me.
Yeah, Mr. Time Boy, you can mute yourself. We've heard your case.
All right.
And Mr. Satic, you're also free to go, sir.
And that's probably all we
All
have
right.
until Officer Mayo comes up with some other unusual stuff. So
Well,
All right.
we'll all be looking forward to that day to see what Deputy Mayo has to present to the court.
Well, to be honest, Your Honor, you're not really backing me up here.
the facts suck, don't they?
That's for you, Deputy.
I'm out
It's up
here
to you to
arresting illegal aliens, scumbags, criminals, and you're letting them off with a slap on the wrist. Is what's happening.
Alleged undocumented citizens.
Yeah,
Illegal
I
aliens.
haven't seen you're gonna have to
They're
shore up your
so illegal
problem.
and so alien. They might as well have come down on a fucking UFO.
Judge, you see what we deal with here.
The law.
Deputy,
I'm
it's,
out here trying to enforce the law and make the streets safer, and you're out here trying to get elected.
Sir,
Well,
I don't have fun again for another 4 years, so you're going to be seeing my face quite a bit.
Who's the crazy one now, Judge? You starting to see what we're dealing with?
Boy, what?
Sorry, I mean,
I thought he was dismissed.
Get out of here. Mr. Sadek, I don't know what you're still doing here either. Your case has been dismissed. You're good to go, sir. You can drop off as well.
Your Honor, I have one more matter before we go.
Certainly.
I've now attended 6 anger management courses out of 12, and I believe that it's fine to stop it now, and that we can resolve the past use of force issues and move on here. It's taking too much. It's taking a significant amount of time out of my work week. I don't have an extra vehicle to travel to and from, and it's starting to interfere with my personal life. And I'd appreciate it if we could forego the last 6 and consider it done. The matter resolved.
Sounds like a potential other mental health diversion that's needed as well.
Is this an ORA tennis motion you're making to finish the rest of your anger management classes?
I'm sorry?
You making an ORA tennis motion?
I don't play tennis, Your Honor.
All right, Deputy. I think that those other 6 classes would probably be a good idea for you to take.
I don't fucking need them.
I'm sure your wife will appreciate it, and I'm sure some of these inmates will also appreciate it.
No, it's boring as balls is what it is. It's bullshit.
That's not for me to decide, Deputy. You're gonna have to. You need to talk with your upper echelon about that.
Tommy, you're not smoking weed, right?
Still doing on video.
no, I would never do that.
Do you guys want to stick around and come to jail or what? I don't
Your
know
Honor,
why
I
everybody's
asked you to submit a warrant for Tommy.
I'm not doing that.
As we stated, as we stated, things are not held against our clients. They have not been Mirandized. So what they say and do in this hearing is not held against them, officer.
Mr. Boy, are you supposed to be drinking?
Whatever. I thought it can't be held against him, so what does it matter?
Oh, yeah,
Coffee.
yeah. All right, you're on thin ice,
Okay.
sir. Everybody here at this point's on thin ice. So unless we all want to be held in contempt and spend some time in the slammer, all right.
Deputy Mayo,
anything else that needs to be addressed with the court?
I think the public defender had something to say.
I wanted just to make sure he was still scheduled for his other 6 classes, Judge.
You're a public defender, not an attorney, sir.
I can't touch that.
Know your role. Know your role. Know your role.
I have to deal with the stuff that you lob over here and take up the court's time with expired warrants, making up stuff, planting evidence.
Tell him.
I mean, it's absurd.
Why is he still here? Why
That's a
is
good
he still
attorney.
here?
I have hired my attorney back.
This is unprofessional.
You guys,
So it's breaking my toe.
All right, Mr. Boy, as far as I'm concerned, the court is adjourned, and you guys can hang out and have whatever arguments, discussions that you wish. But the court is adjourned.
Thank you, Judge. You're fair and just.
Thank you,
Your Honor.
Judge.
All right, we're going to end today's proceedings.